Welcome to class, students. Today, we'll be looking at a very vital topic titled Managing Multicultural Teams and Virtual Collaboration. Managing Multicultural Teams and Virtual Collaboration. The contemporary business landscape has fundamentally transformed the nature of team management, with organizations increasingly relying on diverse, geographically distributed teams to drive innovation and achieve competitive advantage. Managing multicultural teams in virtual environments presents a unique challenges that require sophisticated understanding of cultural dynamics, communication patterns, and collaborative technologies. Success in this domain demands a comprehensive approach that integrates cultural intelligence, technological proficiency, and adaptive leadership strategies. The complexity of multicultural team management extends beyond simple coordination of diverse individuals. It involves navigating intricate webs of cultural values, communication preferences, work styles, and social expectations that can either enhance team performance or create significant barriers to collaboration. Organizations that master these dynamics gain access to unprecedented creative potential, global market insight, and innovative problem-solving capabilities that emerge from diverse perspectives. The strategies for multicultural team management. We have systematic cultural assessment, cultural mentoring and buddy system, and the cultural celebration and integration. Systematic cultural assessment, cultural monitoring and buddy system, and cultural celebration and integration. We have the systematic cultural assessment. Effective multicultural team management begins with comprehensive assessment of cultural backgrounds, communication preferences, and work style expectations among team members. This involves creating detailed cultural profiles that capture not just national origins but also professional culture, generational differences, and individual preferences that influence team dynamics. Organizations should implement cultural intelligence assessment that can help team members understand their own cultural biases and develop appreciation for different cultural approaches. This assessment process should be ongoing rather than one time, as cultural understanding deepens through experience and interactions. We have cultural monitoring and buddy system. Pairing teams members from different cultural backgrounds create opportunities for mutual learning and relationship building. This partnership should be structured to promote reciprocal cultural exchange rather than one-way cultural orientation, mentoring relationships that can help navigate cultural nuisance, provide cultural context for business decision, and create informal network that enhance team cohesion. Cultural celebration and integration. Teams should actively celebrate cultural diversity through structured activities that highlight different cultural perspectives, traditions, and approaches to problem solving. This might include cultural presentation section, international food sharing, holiday celebration, collaborative projects that specifically leverage diverse cultural insight. We have the communication strategy of multicultural teams. We have the adaptive communication protocols, linguistic accessibility and support, contextual communication management. Adaptive communication protocols. Successful multicultural teams develop sophisticated communication protocols that accommodate different cultural preferences while maintaining efficiency and clarity. This includes establishing multiple communication channels that serve different purposes and cultural preferences, creating structured formats for different types of interaction, and developing cultural dress code and developing cultural code switching ability that enable team members to adjust their communication style based on their audience. Linguistic accessibility and support. Team must address language barriers through comprehensive support system that go beyond basic translation services. This includes providing language learning resources, establishing terminology databases for technical discussion, creating virtual communication aids that transcend language barriers, and developing patient and inclusive practices that support non-native speakers without compromising their professional standing. Contextual communication management. Understanding and managing high context versus low context communication pattern requires deliberate effort and systematic approaches. Teams should develop practices that provide appropriate content for low context communicators while respecting the relationship building needs of high context communicators. This might also involve creating pre-meeting briefings, establishing relationship building time in virtual meeting, and developing cultural interpretation skills that help team members understand implicit messages. We also have managing multicultural teams and virtual collaboration. Managing multicultural teams and virtual collaboration effectively requires understanding cultural differences, fostering clear communication, and building trust and promoting inclusion. Strategies include using plain language, being mindful of different communication styles, and leveraging technologies to connect team members across time zones and cultures. We have key strategies for managing multicultural teams. We have the promote cultural sensitivity and awareness, foster clear and effective communication, building trust and rapport. That is, dedicate time for team members to connect on personal level and share experience. In terms of foster clear and effective communication, involve using plain language or languages, avoid jargon, and be mindful of non-verbal cues. Consider different communication styles and preferences. In terms of promoting cultural sensitivity and awareness, involve encourage team members to learn about and respect different cultural norms, values, and communication style. While manage expectation, clearly divide roles, responsibility, and deadline, establish process for feedback and conflict resolution. We also have leverage technology. Utilize tools for communication, collaboration, and project management that are accessible and easy to use for all team members. Embrace diversity. Recognize that cultural diversity can be a strength, bringing different perspectives and ideas to the table. Adapt different time zones. Schedules times meeting at times that are convenient for as many team members as possible. Consider using asynchronous asynchronous communication method. Provide training. Offer cross-cultural training and workshop to help team members understand and appreciate cultural differences. Address conflict constructively. Develop strategies for resolving conflict that arise from cultural misunderstanding or different work styles. Key strategies for virtual collaboration. Establish clear protocols. Establish clear protocols, define communication channels, meeting schedules, and decision-making processes. Utilize technology effectively. Ensure that all team members have access to necessary technology and comfortable using it. Foster communication, connection, and engagement. Organize virtual social invite and team building activities to promote sense of communication. Encourage open communication. Create a safe place for team members to share their thoughts and ideas. Provide regular feedback. Offer constructive feedback on individual and team performance. Celebrate successes. Recognize and celebrate team accomplishment to boost morale and motivation. Be mindful of time zones and cultural difference. Schedule meetings at times that are convenient for all team members and be aware of cultural nuisance in communication. By implementing these strategies, organizations can create inclusive and productive cultural teams that strive in virtual environment. Religious and cultural consideration practice. The intersection of religion, culture, and commerce represents one of the most effective or the most complex and virtual aspects of modern global business. An organization expand across borders and serve increasingly diverse population. The ability to navigate religious and cultural sensitivity has evolved from competitive advantage to an operational necessity. So the foundation of cultural intelligence in business. Cultural competence in business transcends surface level awareness of custom and tradition. It requires deep understanding of how religious world views and cultural values influences decision making process, relationship building, and trust formation. Organization that invest in developing this intelligence create sustainable competitive advantage by fostering authentic connection with diverse stakeholders, reducing operational risks, and unlocking new market opportunities. The development of cultural intelligence begins with recognizing that religious and cultural frameworks serve as an invisible guide that influences every aspect of human behavior. This framework shape not only individual fear but also collective expectations, social norms, and business practices within entire communication. Okay, application of implementation strategy of religious and cultural consideration. While successful implementation of religious and cultural consideration requires systematic approaches that integrate these factors into the business. These are the direction and consumption consideration, the temporal consideration, the dress code appearance standard, gift exchange and business policy, financial service and religious compliance. So dietary and consumption consideration. Understanding religious dietary restriction and preference is fundamental for business in food service, hospitality and retail sectors. This understanding extend beyond the basic restrictions to encompass preparation method, certification requirement and seasonal variation. What's the temporal consideration? Religious observance and cultural celebration significantly impact business operation through their influence on customers availability, employee scheduling and market demand patterns. We also have organization must develop flexible approaches that accommodate this variation while maintaining operational effectiveness. We have dress code and appearance standard. Workplace dress code and customer facing dress code and appearance standard. Workplace dress code and customer facing appearance standard must be must balance organizational image requirements with religious and cultural expression needs. We have gift exchange and business courtesy. Understanding appropriate gift receiving practice, hospitality expectation and business courtesy requirements is essential for building positive relationship across cultural boundaries. This practice varies significantly across cultures and can significantly impact business relationship development. We also have financial service and religious compliance. Religious principles regarding interest, investment, and financial transaction create unique requirements for financial service providers. Understanding these requirements and developing compliant products and services opens significant market opportunity while demonstrating respect for religious values. Thank you for listening.